I don't give a fuck. You can come out and say, oh, guys cut weight, guys cut weight. It doesn't matter how much fucking weight you cut. You cut weight, you look fucking natural. You still don't look like you're fucking juiced out on fucking steroids. You test positive, then fucking man up and admit it. Tonight's topic is something I've been very passionate about. Even before I was into mixed martial arts, I've been passionate about this topic since I was in high school when I first started experiencing it. So I apologize if the video is a little longer, but it just has to be done. What I'm going to talk about tonight is steroids in mixed martial arts. I just want to say that steroids are for pussies. Even in high school, you could tell just by looking at someone if they're on steroids. But ultimately, these guys, these mixed martial arts fighters, they go out and they take their steroids, and then they all complain like bitches. Oh, I'm shocked. I didn't know buying something from a GNC would make me test positive for steroids. Listen, you took steroids, man up and fucking admit it. There's only been a few fighters who tested positive, who manned up. One of them is Tim Sylvia. After he won the UFC belt the first time, he tested positive and he got stripped of the belt, and he manned up. The same night, there was not the same night, there was another fight. Hermes Franca and Sean Shirk, they both tested positive. And you know what? Hermes Franca, he was one of my favorite fighters until he became a little rapist or whatever the fuck he did. He's in jail now. But he was one of my favorite fighters, and he tested positive, and you know what? He manned up. All these guys, they take steroids, and you know what? At the end of the day, the people who suffer the most with these guys after they test positive for steroids are the fans. Me as a fan, I've given thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars to the UFC, buying their pay-per-views, buying their fucking merch, buying their bullshit, buying their DVDs, being a legit fucking UFC fanatic. I'm a giant UFC fan, and these scumbags getting paid thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, getting money for fighting for 15 to 25 minutes tops. I mean, we pay money to see these fighters, and they test positive, and they get we the paying people don't get to see them for 6 to 9 months sometimes a year for multiple offenders. It's just bullshit. It's completely fucking selfish. And since 2002, there's been 37 fighters that have tested positive for steroids. That's more than baseball since 2004. There's only been 27 in baseball since 2004. And out of the 37 drug tests, 19 of them were significant fighters, were fighters that were once in the top 10, if not the top 10, the top 15. And that's really fucking significant. Like, where is this sport going? You look at guys, like look at Ruhusamar Palhares. Look at that little motherfucker, and you tell me he doesn't take steroids. Look at him, how he matched up with Dan Miller. One guy didn't take steroids. You could completely fucking tell when a guy takes steroids and doesn't. It's not natural. It's bullshit. It's an insult. And Dana White, look at him. Look at him and Lorenzo Fertitta. They take steroids too. I mean, if people are going to take steroids, just reopen Pride and have it in Japan. Because everyone, not everyone, but I'd say 99% of people in Pride took steroids. Look at how big Vanderlei was in Pride. Are you kidding me? Josh Barnett, that fucking piece of shit, single-handedly took down an MMA promotion. And he's tested positive 3 times. He tested positive once in the UFC and he got let off with a warning. Then he got tested when he won the belt from, I think it was from Couture. After he beat Couture for the belt, he tested positive again. And that is the biggest fight for fucking affliction. Fedor in the United States versus Josh Barnett. I really wanted to see that fight, but what happens? Boom, Josh Barnett tests positive, and he's still out there telling jokes. Oh, I'm going to take down an Olympic wrestler. I'm going to take down an Olympic wrestler. Fuck you, dude. I'm glad that I don't have to see it on pay-per-view, because anytime Josh Barnett is on a pay-per-view, you have to worry about him testing positive for steroids and blowing the whole fucking thing apart. Am I wrong? No, I'm not fucking wrong. It's bullshit. How about that other piece of shit, Nate Marquardt? And you know what? I was going to write this on Sherdog, but I knew I'd get banned because Sherdog is the fucking land for pussies. But that's just another topic. Vitor Belfort tested positive. Tim Sylvia, Nate Marquardt, I said. Stephan Bonner. And you know what with Stephan Bonner? You knew that he tested positive that night because he came out way super jacked. Like I said before, Sean Shirk, Hermes Franca, Dennis Hallman tested positive. Antonio Bigfoot Silva tested positive. Surprise there. Chris Lieben, same thing as Bonner. Lieben fought Bisping in London. And You never seen Lieben so fucking lean and just pure muscle in his life. And sure as shit, we said it. I was denying it because I liked Lieben. In my heart, I knew, but I was denying it to my cousin that he would test positive. And sure as shit, Chris Lieben tested positive that night. Ken Shamrock, surprise, surprise. Everyone knew that. Thiago Silva, surprise, surprise. Like you take like a Thiago Silva fights 205 pounds, and you take a Shogun Rua fights 205 pounds, and you tell me who's on steroids there and who's not. Like you could completely fucking tell. And it's just, Cyborg Santos, Christine Cyborg Santos. Was it a surprise there? How about the New York badass Phil Baroni? Guy's fucking chisels like hell, but has a fucking cardio tank of fucking 5 seconds. Seriously. Phil Baroni, great fighter, really entertaining, but obvious he was on fucking steroids. King Mo Lawal. I've noticed a lot of fucking guys with a wrestling background take the steroids, and I'm just wondering when Uriah Faber's going to test positive. Joseph Benavidez, like the guy, he's 125 pounds now, just pure American fucking 3% body fat of chisel, and it's natural. Yeah. Oh, that's natural. That's what's fucking natural. I take it too seriously, I guess. Those who know me, MMA is a fucking obsession of mine. I openly admit it, but you know what? I don't care. It makes me happy. I'm very fucking passionate about it, as much as I was as a wrestling fan when I was a kid. And it's just, it sucks because you know what it is you like these fighters. Like, you tune to watch them, and it's like, oh, fuck, they tested positive. I can't see them fight for another 6 to 9 months. Sometimes a year, like I said before. It's just garbage. And if you're going to fucking, that's a performance-enhancing drug. You look at what it does for other sports, it does have an effect in MMA. You know what? Even if someone's on steroids, there's always a puncher's chance. There's always the skill chance that someone's still better at that aspect. But it's just still an unnatural advantage that guys have going into these fights. And Husamar Palhares, come on. Look at this picture of this guy. Look at this fucking guy. He's not on steroids? Seriously? And Alistair Overeem. Like, natural. Natural. Look at these pictures of fucking Alistair. Seriously. When Alistair wasn't juicing, he was still one of a big 205er, but he was getting knocked out by Shogun Rua twice. If you haven't noticed how much Shogun's nuts, I don't think Shogun does juice. There's just going to be more and more positive tests. And now that they have legal TRT, it's okay. A lot of fighters are going to be jumping on that, and that gives a performance. It does. It does something to the body. It makes the body better, gives him testosterone. Hello? And you fucking fine Nick Diaz for a year for fucking smoking weed? The fuck out of here. In the main events of the UFC fights, there's always, in the past 2 years, almost every third card, the main event was canceled due to injury. So now on top of that, we're going to have to worry about guys testing positive, ruined for that. Who's going to fucking fight Dos Santos? It's not going to be Mir. People are saying Hendo. Fedor would be amazing. And speaking of Fedor, I hated this motherfucker for so long, and I fucking talked so much shit about him. I said he was dodging Overeem for demanding the special drug tests, and I fucking have all the respect in the world for Fedor now, because you know what? He was right. He was fucking right. He was right. Alistair Overeem was juicing. He's been juicing. Look at that fucking guy. You look at him from 2003 to 2009 alone, then look at him now. Oh, all natural. All natural. I want him as my fucking personal trainer. Seriously. I want him to make me so fucking muscular and jacked that I don't even have a fucking neck anymore. I just have this fucking one huge muscle mass and then a head. Let me look like Joseph Benavidez. They look like fucking freaks of nature. It's not fucking normal. It's not natural. And you're insulting the fans by lying and saying, you're insulting me by lying and saying that you don't juice, that you don't take fucking performance-enhancing drugs. Bullshit. You're ruining the sport. Go to professional wrestling. Become a fucking bodybuilder if you want to fucking juice. Seriously. Go to the Jersey Shore. Do your fucking thing. Do your reality shows. Get the fuck out of this sport because you're ruining it. You're fucking ruining it. The people were actually surprised about Overeem testing positive. The only thing I'm surprised about Overeem testing positive is that it took this long for the motherfucker to test positive. Congo. Check Congo, maybe. But that's that. I'm getting too a little emotional here. By the way, check out the Wrestling Roundtable. YouTube.com/Wrestling Roundtable. It's my boy Eric. What up, E? And talk your shit. I wish I could post this on Sherdog, but I'll get banned. Of course, no fighter bashing, no fighter bashing. But the fighters, like I said, are okay to bash my fucking intelligence by lying and saying they don't take steroids. Okay, fuck you, Sherdog, like I said again. And that's it. Talk your shit. Peace. Look at this guy, Husamar Paul Harris. Just, that's not steroids, that's natural. That's natural. It's natural.